If you can imagine it, you can have it. And I'm about to prove it. Whether it's winning back the love of your life, locking in a long overdue commitment, or getting that DM from someone you thought was untouchable, manifestation works the same way every single time. So I'm Veronica Isles, and for over a decade, I've been teaching people how to manifest exactly what they want. Love, money, career breakthroughs, you name it. And today, I'm diving into your real-life questions and giving you straight-up manifestation strategies that you can put into action right now. Now, these questions can be about anything: your specific person, self-concept, business goals, or even that wild once-in-a-lifetime dream. If it matters to you, it matters here. Nothing is impossible. Because the beauty of manifestation is this: the same principles will pull in anything you desire when you know how to use them. These questions are submitted by viewers just like you. And if you'd like to submit a question for a future episode, all you need to do is send a voice note to veronica@veronicaisles.com. I try to answer all of them. And if you want a private, made just for you MP3 response in the same style as you hear on this show, well, I offer custom mirror voice notes, and you can find that at veronicaisles.com/mirror. Now, one more thing before we get started. You can listen to these episodes first on Spotify, and anytime after as well. The direct link is in the description box below. Okay, so let's start with question number 1.
Hey Veronica, I've been trying to manifest a specific person for almost 2 years now. I did a lot of self-love work. I don't think that I have the issue of not being good enough or not deserving love. And I realized that the problem might be the story in my head about him being capable of giving me what I want. So I've been working on changing his story. The problem I'm having is that I've been struggling with this a lot. I find it hard to believe that he could change this drastically since I know him pretty well. We are in the same friend group, and my friends are not helping because they keep saying how he is not good enough for me and so on. So my question is, how can I effectively change someone's behavior when I'm confronted with the opposite almost every day? Thank you in advance, and I love your work. Thank you.
So first, I want to acknowledge how much awareness you already have. You've done so much self-love work, and you've identified that the story you hold about him may actually be the real block, not your worthiness. And that level of honesty is so huge. But here's the thing about changing someone's behavior through manifestation. It's never about forcing them to be different. It's about shifting the version of them you entertain in your mind until it becomes the only version you emotionally respond to. So keep in mind that the person you see in front of you right now is simply the reflection of your past dominant assumptions. Definitely not the limit of what's possible for them, because infinite possibilities exist. So I get it, the challenge that you're getting hit with, basically that you see the old version daily, and not just from your own memory, but from the friend group reinforcing it. And that constant exposure is like watering weeds when you're trying to grow flowers. I get it. That's challenging, but it's not undoable. So here's how to take your power back. You don't need to cut out your friends or stop seeing them, but you do need to stop letting their words carry authority. So when someone says, "He's not good enough for you," silently translate it in your mind too. "They're reflecting my old story, and that's dissolving now." Now you do have to take some time every day, morning, night, or both, where you step out of the 3D noise and you only interact with the upgraded version of him in your mind. To see him and experience him as attentive, loving, capable, and ready. And replay this version so often that it becomes the automatic one your brain retrieves. Now you can do this in visualization. You can write it down, whatever you prefer. Now keep in mind that every time you think, "He's just not that way," you need to immediately recognize your chosen version. So gently nudge the old assumption aside and say, "He's growing into the partner I deserve. He shows up fully. He's making it up to me." Don't allow the old mental movie to run to completion. Just interrupt it. Your awareness of when you are playing that old mental movie means so much too. And you'll get better at this. It'll become second nature. Now remember, people do change, especially in relationships. But they change the fastest when the energy around them no longer reinforces the old identity. So you become the mirror that only reflects the upgraded self, and they rise to meet it. Now, keep in mind, this is not about pretending you've never seen his past behavior or trying to suppress that. It's about refusing to keep it alive in the future because you stop rehearsing it mentally and accepting it as truth. So the more you interact with the new version and emotionally invest in that reality, the less power the old version will have, and it will have to dissipate. And it doesn't matter if it's being paraded in front of you, it will dissolve. And eventually, your friend group will start to reflect that shift too. In fact, they won't even remember he was any other way. They'll talk differently about him because you'll talk and feel differently about him. And that's when the 3D changes. Okay, so I hope that helped, and I'm wishing you all the best. Let's do question number 2.
Hi, Veronica. I'm from India. Thank you. Firstly, thank you for your contents. It helps me a lot. So, my question is, the person whom I want to manifest in my life lives in a different continent and completely unaware of me. So, how can I manifest that person in my life? He gets a lot of attention from the rest of the world. He is very renowned, very famous personality. How can I manifest him in my life? I practice meditation and visualization daily. Thank you, Veronica. Stay blessed.
Okay, so I want to say that distance, fame, and even current lack of contact are definitely not barriers in manifestation because no circumstances really matter. The 3D reality you see right now is just one snapshot in time, just one possibility, and it does not define what is possible for your future because infinite possibilities exist. People meet and connect across continents every single day. The fact that he's renowned or receives attention from many others really doesn't make your desire unrealistic. It just means your self-concept and your vision need to be stronger than all of that noise around him. So it's really in your hands. Now, the most important thing to remember here is that you are not trying to reach him. You are aligning with the version of reality where you are already connected. And the universe doesn't care whether someone is next door or halfway around the world. Your inner state is what calls the connection into being. End of story. So here's how we're going to focus your manifestation work. First, you're going to stop holding him in the category of far away or unreachable. So in your mind, he's already in your life. It's no big deal. You get to see him all the time. Visualize everyday moments, even mundane ones. Things like talking, laughing, texting. It's all easy. You have complete access to it. You don't want to see these events as big fantasy events that are larger than life. You want to see them as accessible. And this will make manifesting him natural and attainable. Now, I know fame can make someone feel different or above you in your mind, which creates resistance. But in your imaginal scenes, see him as relaxed, casual, at home, just a man connecting with you deeply, because this will neutralize the pedestal effect and bring him into your personal world. Just remind yourself, instead of thinking, I'm manifesting a famous person, shift to, I'm the kind of woman he would naturally want to know, spend time with, and commit to. Live in that identity daily, through your thoughts, through the way you carry yourself, and the energy you project. You really don't need to know how the two of you will meet or connect, and you shouldn't bog yourself down with this. You only need to know the end. Just know the universe has so many different ways. Again, infinite possibilities exist. It could be through mutual connections you didn't even know you had, an event, an online interaction, or something completely unexpected. The how is not your job. Your job is to sustain the inner reality until it becomes the outer reality. You need to only do your job, and that's how you will get the results. Now, since you're already meditating and visualizing daily, focus less on seeing him and more on feeling him with you now. So feel the emotional safety, the chemistry, the comfort, and the joy. That's the magnetic charge that pulls the two of you together. Now, when you hold this connection as real within yourself, the outer world has no choice but to find the direct path that makes it so. You don't have to be louder than the attention he gets or compete with it. You just have to be energetically aligned with the version of him who is already yours. So I hope this helped. And I think this question will resonate with a lot of people who are in similar situations. Okay, last question, question number 3.
Hey Veronica, so I've been manifesting my ex for like a year now, and I'm able to manifest all little things like calls, messages, meetup, exact behavior of him, and everything. Like I even got rid of the third party, which was in for like a year, and the main thing is that he came to me. He said he loves me, and he always keeps telling that he loves me and he wants to be with me. But after like a few days, he's like, "No, I don't want to be with you." This hot and cold behavior. I don't know how to handle this because even last week he came to me, said that he loves me, he want to be with me, but. After like few days he said, "No, I don't want to be with you, I don't want to talk to you, let's finish this." So how do I handle this situation? What would I do? Probably.
Okay, so let's acknowledge how you've already created huge results here. You've brought him back multiple times, shifted his behavior, even removed a third party. Oh my God. And you've heard the exact words you wanted to hear. This shows you already know how to manifest and do a really good job of it. So the challenge now isn't if you can get him back, it's stabilizing the reality you want so it stops flipping back and forth. Because hot and cold behavior happens when the outer reality changes before the inner story has fully locked in, and the identity. Keep that in mind. So it means there's still a tug of war between the two versions of him in your mind, even the versions of you. The one who loves you and stays, the one who leaves. Even if the leaving version is not what you want, it's still what you expect deep down, because it's happened before, hence the old identity. And this can easily slip back in if you're not mindful of it. So here's how we're going to handle this and stabilize the end result. So right now, you are reacting to whichever version shows up in that moment. But instead, you have to decide that the only version of him you will emotionally engage with is the one who is consistent, committed, and secure in loving you. So this hot and cold version no longer gets your emotional investment. You have to just say no and be done with it if you want it to be done in your 3D. Now, the instant he pulls back or says something final like, "Let's finish this," you have to mentally rewrite it. Let's do some revision on the spot. See him instead saying, "I don't know why I acted distant. I love you. I'm so sorry, and I'm not going anywhere." Now repeat this until it's the automatic memory you hold. I do have a great video on revision. I'm going to link it in the comments below. It is on my Goddess channel. And I do think it could help you a lot, and a lot of other people too, because revising on the spot is so useful. Now, each time he leaves and comes back, don't think of it as starting over. Think of it as the same relationship continuing, with the kinks being ironed out. Now, this will frame things as an ongoing process towards stability instead of a cycle of gain and loss. Now, you need to become the steady energy he calibrates to. So no matter what he says in those cold moments, you hold steady with the inner reality you prefer. We are together. He loves me. He stays. The less you emotionally swing with him, the faster he evens out. Now, this one's really important because rather than focusing on getting him back, you need to affirm, I'm the woman who is loved, chosen, and kept. My relationships are secure and lasting. This will ensure that even if he has a moment of doubt, the dominant story pulls him back in and keeps him there. No, the key here is not to chase the warm moments or fear the cold ones, but it's to live so deeply in the end result where he's consistent that the cold moments simply can't survive. They don't matter. You don't emotionally react to them because you know they're on their way out. And when you hold that identity without wavering, the back and forth stops, the hot and cold stops, and the relationship will settle into the version you've always dreamed of. Now, you're really good at manifesting, so this should be a no-brainer, and I'm wishing you all the best. Okay, so that is it for today's Q&A. I hope these answers gave everyone the clarity, inspiration, and next steps to creating the reality that you truly want. Remember, what you see in the 3D is never the final word. You are. Now, just a reminder, if you'd like me to personally record a voice note just for you, you can order your own custom mirror voice note at veronicaisles.com/mirror. And if you'd like to have your question answered for free in a future episode, send a little voice note to Veronica at veronicaisles.com. Now, for those of you who are manifesting a specific person, and I know there's a lot of you out there are still a few spots left in my deluxe SP workshop, my most comprehensive program ever, with brand new materials rolling out now. You can grab your spot at veronicaisles.com/deluxesp. So thank you so much for being here and listening. And thank you for trusting me with your stories. I'll see you in the next episode. And up next, I'll share exactly how to remove a third party from your situation, inspire the commitment you've been waiting for, and even manifest that DM instantly, even from a celebrity. Click now to listen. You can do it.